So it has officially been 3 months since a lot of these Lego sets we're going to talk about today have retired. And that means we invested in quite a few of these Lego sets. And I think it's time for us to sit back and reflect and say, did we profit? Did we make good choices? And did we make money on these Lego investments? Don't get me wrong, some of these sets you guys called out in our last video, and I try to update this list throughout 2024 of all the previous year's sets every single month, and we'll try to continue to do that throughout the end of the month. But if things stay pretty stagnant, we will update it every like 2 months or so. But anyways, if that sounds interesting, I think this is an interesting video, so stick around, subscribe. It should be a pretty fun one. First things first, let's talk about a set we've talked about quite often, and then we'll do a surprise set and then continue with our list. So the first one, I think, is no surprise. It is the Lego Modular Bookshop. In 2023, we retired 3 Lego Modulars, which I think is extremely significant because of how popular the modular line is. And, they're just great sets. So the first one we'll talk about is the Lego Bookshop. This one retails for $200 and is currently on Amazon at this point in time, still available for $200. That's pretty crazy. Now, it did see a price increase back in August of 22, aka Legoflation, and currently the value, according to Brick Economy, is $181 new. So, that's the average. I guess value that's used. New is $201. So you made a $1.60 return, minus taxes and, of course, time, shipping, material, the whole kind of deal. But if we jump over to eBay, we can kind of see some of the going rate prices. Even like this one used, sold for $200, which is probably not a terrible idea, just used. I think this set is going to do very well in the long term. It's only been 3 months since retirement date, and is still in stock at Amazon. So we have time on this one. In my opinion, it's got ages to go. Now, really quick, I'll throw in a surprise set before we continue with the other 2 modulars that retired in 2023. This set is one of the best performing sets that I have kind of come across from 2023 in the 3 months of retirement. This is the Lego Botanical Collection Bird of Paradise, set 10289. This set has gone significant in price points. It's gone 50% roughly in the last 3 months increase in price. That is crazy. I think this set retailed, oh gosh, I don't even remember. It wasn't too bad, maybe $80, but currently it was $100. I'm sorry. It often went on sale between $50 to $70 though. Truthfully, it often went on sale, and overall it looks like a really good set. Now the value of it currently is $150 brand new. So essentially, if you were able to get it at a super discount between, maybe $70, you would have more than doubled your money, making this a great little investment piece. So I thought I'd throw that one on in there, and let's jump back to the modulars. If you guys claimed that Birds of Paradise, if you loaded up on that one, let me know in the comments below. Congrats. That is a huge win on that one. But continuing on, we had 2 other modulars that retired back in 2023. The other one is the Lego Icons Police Station. Again, this set retailed for the even price of $200. I really didn't find a whole lot of sales on this one, but I was able to get this with I think it was Rakuten or something, Rakuten or Honey. I think they had $40 off or $20 at some point. So essentially I got it for $160, which is a nice little price point to pay. But this one I think has seen some of the biggest price increases, and part of that is probably because it had a shorter shelf life of this modular being released. I don't know why they retired it. It is such a good one. It is a part of the Icons theme. It comes in the black box. I feel like it just kind of goes along with some of the current ones, like the Boutique Hotel, Jazz Club, and Natural History Museum. So it is kind of odd that they retired it, but a short shelf life. I've got maybe 3-4 copies of this one, so I'm pretty happy sitting on them. But anyways, looks like some of the going rates on eBay are already in the $300 mark, which is over $100 return on something that you paid $200 for. So congrats to those of you who loaded up on this set. This one seems to be performing exceptionally well. In 3 months to make 50% return on some of your money is pretty awesome. So that for me is a great Lego investment piece. Now I would argue it would continue to escalate in price over the years to come, and the short shelf life only is going to make it a little bit more valuable as time goes on. Now on the contrary, we have a long shelf life of something lasting, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years on the market. I think this was released in like 2017, 18, something or somewhere around there. So it's been on the market for so long, but that puts it like almost a 6 6-year shelf life. So truthfully, a lot of people had a lot of opportunity to buy this one. Now, this also saw a price increase during the dark days of Legoflation from $260 to $280, or maybe it was $300. I don't even remember, but it did get a price increase. Regardless, this one's going rate is around $300. Looks like selling brand new on eBay. For me, it's not good enough to, sell off this set. I think this is an amazing set. Wow, this one sold for almost 400. That's crazy. For like 50 with with shipping, 480 with shipping. That's crazy. 375. So you do brand new. It looks like it's even higher, like over 300. So pretty decent. Again, not enough for me to sell any copies of mine. I actually really enjoyed this set. Not only did I invest in this Lego set, I invested it for my personal use because I want to build more copies of this later down in the future because it was a set I thoroughly enjoyed. Continuing on, we have a little surprise Lego set you guys called out in our last video that we did on updates on these prices. It is the Lego Minecraft brickheads, and a few of these have done, I would say, exceptionally well. So there was 3 of them. There was the Alex, there was the llama, and there was the zombie, which is somewhere over here. Yeah, so here's the zombie. Now, these guys retail for $10, so you're probably going to be like, well, Cristo, that's not a whole ton of money. But truthfully, this llama is probably the most best performing brickheads. Like here's a great example. If you were to get all 3 of these, it would cost you probably less than $30 because they did go on sale at some point. And this guy's selling them for around $50. So truthfully, of 35-40% markup on your money within 3 months is not too bad. But the llama has done exceptionally well. I've seen a lot selling for around the $25 to $30 mark, which is, for a brickhead's gone pretty high in price, right? It's like 2x, almost 2x in value, which is pretty significant. The next Lego set was also called out in our last video, and this is the world map. This is such a cool set, and I think I made point of this one discussing before, that this is a Lego set that hits like the whole different audience range, right? Like you don't have to be a Lego fan to get this Lego set. You could put this in an office. You can, buy this as a gift for somebody with an office and they can hang it up in their room, right? That would look pretty awesome. So that's a great example of how amazing Lego can be. So the world map has done exceptionally well. I believe the retail on this was $250, and I did see it go on sale numerous times. And I don't know, you can't even touch this thing for just under $400. That has been a crazy return on investment for the 3 months of this thing being retired. So awesome. Congrats to those who got the world map. I believe this is the world's largest Lego set, coming in at almost 12,000 pieces as well. So I guess that's something to talk about. I kind of regret not grabbing one now that it's gone so much in price. At some point, it would have been really cool to hang this on your wall and in our wall art display, but who knows what Lego has for its store in the future. The next Lego set is a Ultimate Collector Series from the Lego Star Wars line. It is the UCS gunship. Now, this one is a little bit odd because it used to retail for $350 and then it got price jacked up to $400 due to Legoflation. So I think that definitely kills some of the short-term returns that it's going to see, and most likely will have to have more time in the market of being retired for us to see profits. Regardless, it's going for around the price it kind of sold for plus tax. So around $430, $420, selling brand new on eBay. Wow, this one only sold for $365. That's like literally less than retail. However, do keep in mind the set went on often sales throughout the last 2023. I think we ended up paying like a real significant price dip during Black Friday, I believe, for our copy. So anyways, the next set is going to be a one that I personally loaded up on like 30-40 copies of. I thought it was a fantastic set. It is the Lego Star Wars clone. It's the Clone Wars Republic fighter tank. It's so nice seeing a Clone Wars ship tank being made. This one is so cool, guys. It retailed for $40, but we bought a ton of copies at I think like $23 or $24, or even less. It was like $22 or something crazy, because Target was our #1 fan during Black Friday. It was a Target exclusive, so you can only get it at Target and Lego, making it a little bit more rare. And for a relative short shelf life, I'm excited to see what this one holds in the future. Now, the value new puts it at $45, but you have to keep in mind, I think I got most of my copies in the $20 to $30 range. So already I'm making about $15 per copy of, 15, $20 per copy of these sets. So it's a pretty decent return. It only shows it as a growth of 12.5%, but that's at the retail price of $40. I assure you I didn't buy all my copies at $40. If anything, I bought a few at $32 and then a lot at $20. So anyways, that one's exciting for the future. I think it'll just take a little bit of time before this one goes elevates in price. But for me, at a sell point, I would love to sell maybe a few copies, at the $60 to $70 range, but that might take a year or two. Moving on forward, we have a set that retailed for $100 and is quite frankly not gone too high in price. I thought it was an interesting one. I thought the set would perform well, but maybe it just takes again a little bit more time in the market. It's the Inquisitor transfer site. Like I said, retails for 100, quite commonly just selling around the $110 to $120. So about a 10 to 20% return on your money. Of course, you have to take out all the price points that you're sold for. Along with that, we have a helmet series from the Luke Skywalker Red 5 helmet. Another one that went commonly on sale, but is pretty stagnant in the price being under retail value. So around $50 to $55 kind of selling, quite standard, brand new in box. Moving on forward is a set that went crazy sales. It went over 50% off during the Black Friday sales. We talked about this one pretty heavily on the channel, but regardless, this set retails for $20, and we saw it go on sale for $10 a few times during Black Friday. Again, plug in the YouTube channel because we covered that on our videos. So you're able to pick this up for $10, and this thing's selling around, $28, $36, $25, $33, $30. I mean, for $10 and able to sell copies at this kind of price point, that's over 2x your money. That is pretty significant. Definitely a worthwhile set to talk about. I definitely said it was going to be a significant set just because it's got the Fast and the Furious title into it, and of course it's Dom Toretto's, right? Like, I mean, it is a significant set. So really important one there. And then the last Lego set we'll talk about is one that I personally really enjoyed. It's a Lego set I love and adore. It's the Lego Ideas Medieval Blacksmith. This is another one kind of goofy. It retailed for $150, and then Lego Inflation bumped it up to $180. Super sad to see, as I enjoyed the set so much, but it did retire at the end of 2023 and only had roughly, like a 2.5 year shelf life. But right now the value is about what it is retailed at, so $180. But I'd hope in time maybe this one goes up in price. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up. I love taking a look at some of the old retired Lego sets that we talked about so much in 2023 and recapping on some of the Lego investments. Not only do we talk about Lego investments on the channel, I think it's kind of good to reflect on how we've done in the past. And I covered this list. Most of this list is sets I personally invested my hard-earned cash in. And then some of the sets are what you guys recommended and wanted to talk about in the comment section below. So if you want to see me talk about any other Lego set, make sure to leave it in the comments below, and I will include it in our next video update where we give our price increases. So if that interests you, make sure to comment below, subscribe if you're new, like this video, and we'll see you in the next one. I'm Cristo from Stud City. Love you guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Peace.